This is Elton Brown with the Atlanta Hawks. Keep it locked to True School Sports with Brandon Taylor.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, Canelo Alvarez, obviously one of the biggest stars in boxing. He's one of the cash cows for Golden Boy Promotions and Oscar De La Hoya. There's a mega fight that people want to see him in, and that's the fight between him and Gennady Golovkin. Now, there are some things that are going to be determined this weekend in Gennady Golovkin's fight with Dominic Wade. If he is to beat Dominic Wade like many expect him to do, he will become the WBC mandatory challenger to Canelo's belt. Now, there is controversy regarding that belt because Canelo Alvarez has in turn created a weight class, and rather than electing to fight at 160, which is middleweight, he's fighting at 155, or better known as Canelo weight. So, recently on BoxingScene.com, shout out to BoxingScene.com, they had a story and they basically talked about, Canelo, and basically, that Golovkin is in his future plans, but he's not sure when. So I'm going to go through this and then we're going to dissect it once I read these quotes. So here we go. Canelo says, I quote, "Yeah, if I have the time to watch the fight between Dominic Wade and Golovkin, I'll watch it. I'll sit down and I'll watch it. If not, I'll probably record it and watch it later. I follow boxing, so yeah, I'm most likely going to watch it." They talk some more about watching that fight, and then here we go. When it comes to Golovkin, it says, I quote, "It's in my future plans. It's definitely in my future plans. I want to have that fight. I want to give that to the fans. I'm just not sure when. Right now, I'm focused on Amir Khan. That's my fight. I want to fight 3 times this year. That's my goal. That's my plan. But anything can happen in this fight with Amir Khan. So sometimes you have a plan and it changes. So I'm focused 100% on Amir Khan, and we'll see right after that." Now, Canelo Alvarez, he's probably, now Mayweather's gone, Pacquiao's most likely gone. Of the younger crop of fighters, he is definitely the biggest star based on his pay-per-view numbers, based on his fan base. He's been on some big pay-per-view fights, Cotto and Mayweather. Cotto did, like 800,000 pay-per-view buys, which I believe was probably the second biggest pay-per-view of last year. And then, same thing with Mayweather, when he fought Mayweather, also a big pay-per-view fight. So with that being said, and all that being taken into account, while Golovkin is clearly the better fighter and the best middleweight in the world, he's not the A side in this fight in regards to in terms of like how he's affecting the bottom line, being the dollars, and financially, which is at the end of the day, boxing is a business. So with that being said, Canelo can dictate a lot of things here, sadly, and he's not, him saying he's not sure when is more like saying I'm not sure if Golovkin has aged yet, and he's gonna watch the Dominic Wade fight to see if maybe Golovkin has aged, maybe if Father Time's beginning to take a toll on him, and if Golovkin does look a little bit vulnerable, Canelo sees something that he believes he could exploit, then you will see him take the fight. Now, if I'm Oscar De La Hoya, obviously he has a big fight with Amir Khan coming up, and I don't think that's going to be as easy of a fight for him as people think. Now, he is the favorite. If he goes in there and does his business, then that makes him even bigger, because now he's been on another pay-per-view, fighting another big name in Amir Khan, getting another winner of a big name in Amir Khan, and if he's able to look sensational in that fight, kudos to him. But that'll be in May, and after that we still have 7 months left. So if you get him fight in May, maybe a fight in September, and then if I'm Oscar De La Hoya, I would really be looking towards fighting in December. I would make a fight between Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin in December, because Canelo people want to see this fight. Golovkin's fan base is going to grow a lot more before December. Likewise with Canelo, with him being on pay-per-view and having this big fight with Amir Khan, he'll have a chance to also get his name bigger. So I think for them, the best time for this fight will be later on this year. Now, is that possible? I don't know, because as I've stated in the past many times, as it's been documented not just here but on other boxing channels, that Oscar De La Hoya and the WBC, they're like this, and we know that even if Gennady is the mandatory challenger for that belt, that doesn't necessarily mean that WBC will enforce things. They could always, find a loophole and make him not fight Gennady Golovkin, and I can see that for sure. And maybe he'll vacate it. We just don't know. There's a lot of politics that go into it, and hopefully this fight happens because Gennady's been begging for a big unification fight with a big name in the division. Here it is with a guy like Canelo Alvarez. That pay-per-view, Canelo can easily sell $500,000 by himself. Fighting a guy like Gennady Golovkin. While Gennady Golovkin's pay-per-view numbers did flop against Dave Lemieux, keep in mind that Gennady Golovkin, will be viewed as a guy that can beat Canelo, and not everybody likes Canelo. And I'm not saying he has the Mayweather effect as far as like people wanting to pay him to see him lose, but that fight could easily do the same numbers as Miguel Cotto. I believe it could, maybe even $1 million if Golovkin is able to get his name continue to get his name bigger. So we'll see what happens, man. Canelo, what he's really saying is, I'm not sure if Golovkin's old enough when he says that I'm not sure yet. But yeah, it's in his plan. So just wanted to get my thoughts out there on that. Hopefully, if I was De La Hoya, I would do it in December. Get in this fight. Hopefully, if he wins, then get him another fight in September. Then get it in December, late in the year, when things usually start to get crazy for boxing. All the best fights you have at the end of the year anyway. So that's just my 2 cents on it. But you guys out there, let me know what you think. Canelo Alvarez says that Gennady Golovkin is in his future plans, but he's not sure when he wants that fight. What's your overall take on that statement? When do you think he should fight Canelo Alvarez? When do you think Canelo Alvarez should fight Triple G? And who would win in your opinion? Leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.